Please help me welcome Dr. L. Wallace.
Wow, thank you very much. I am so happy to be here back with my Inspire family. All right, so I don't have much time, so I'm going to get right into this. I found the most amazing scientific discovery. Did you know that the odds of you being born in this earth, in your physical form, incarnated, is 1 in 400 trillion probability? Let that sink in. Not 100 and 100 million, 1 million, billion, 100, 1 and 400 trillion probability. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Each of us is here for a reason, a uniquely crafted divine blueprint, a calling that only you can fulfill. This is not just a poetic notion. It is a profound truth of your existence that science has just revealed. So, when we grasp that we are here for a purpose, we must ask ourselves, what does the time is now mean? It means everything. Everything. Think about it. Think about your purpose, why you're here on this earth. I bet all of us have been through it. I know I have, where I get the most amazing idea flashes in my head. I'm driving in the car, I got the music blasting. I mean, I'm feeling good. And ideas just start flowing in, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to run with this idea. And by the time I get home, I've already thought of all these reasons why. I've talked myself out of it. It's bigger than I am. I don't have the way to do it. I'm stuck at this part of my life. I have this responsibility, that responsibility. I have, how can I can't do it. I can't do this. And you talk yourself out of it. And days turns into weeks and you feel kind of mundane, but you still have that tug. You still feel a calling to make this change, but you're just unsure how to make the next steps. Then one day, you're scrolling through social media, you're watching the news, and there it is. Someone else created that very idea that you had. Maybe not exactly as you envisioned, but it is really close. And now you are kicking yourself in the butt in a pang of regret. Why? Why didn't I act on this? If someone else can do this, so can I. And yes, yes, you can. And what is the phenomenon of this? It's just not a coincidence that someone else had the same idea. You see, we are all a part of a collective consciousness, and we're connected to what's called a quantum field, where all ideas and innovations exist. From the beginning, the middle, to the end of all creation, everything exists in this quantum field that we as a collective are connected to. That's why you'll find sometimes like 5 or 6 movies will come out at the same time with all the same themes. Like what is that about? And all these different inventions, different computers, right, are all coming out around the same time. Why is this happening? That idea came from the quantum. And the people who are called, we're all called, right? But some of us listen. So the people that were called and listened downloaded that information from the quantum. So they didn't let the doubt seep in. Instead of allowing, oh man, I can't do this, I can't do that, I have this and this, they blocked that out. And they knew that the universe was conspiring with them for that idea to come into fruition. And that idea came to you for a reason because it resonates with your divine blueprint. Let's go back. Remember, 1 in 400 trillion probability that you are in your body at this time on this physical earth. So I'll share a little quick personal story about my father. He dreamed of being a writer since he was a little boy, and he penned futuristic sci-fi short stories, imagining technologies that haven't even been discovered yet. And 50 years later, those discoveries came out. Come on, like, where did the 7-year-old find such inspiration? He got it from the quantum field, unbeknownst to him, right? But when you're a child and you're open, this creativity flows through you. But life took my father on a different path, and he allowed those doubts and other people's opinions to get in the way of this knowing, right? Of his divine blueprint. And I'm sure you've heard this before and you haven't. The universe is going to give you a little knock like, hey, not going in the right direction, but we don't listen to it. We get a second knock. We don't listen to it. We get a third knock. And unfortunately, that fourth, fifth, sixth knock to my father was cancer. And as we know, disease in the body, right? It's trapped energy. And it was a wake-up call for him. But he didn't listen the first time. So he got cancer a second time, where he finally woke up. He's in remission. And at 77 years old, he now published his first book. So what does this lesson teach us? There is a cosmic window of opportunity where the stars align just for you, because you have a divine blueprint calling on your life. And we may miss those opportunities, but it doesn't mean that they're gone forever, because those detours will always lead us back into our highest timeline. And maybe there was lessons you needed to learn. Maybe there were certain things that you needed to go through in order to meet the frequency of that timeline, to meet the frequency of your dream, but you had to rise up to meet that. And the cosmic windows, right? The universe will always give you another opportunity, maybe 5 years down the road, 2 years, 10 years, but it will always give you another opportunity. You never missed that calling. So the time is now to embrace your dreams. The time is now to live your purpose. Work towards your goals each day. Fill your life with what makes you happy. Write that book, start that business, open that restaurant, start that nonprofit, whatever that calls to your soul. Make those steps now. Why wait? Why wait for that something to happen that has to wake you up? And if an opportunity comes your way that you don't feel prepared for, or you feel like imposter syndrome, like, wait, how did this come to me? I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. Just remember, I want you to remember the scientific, which is now spiritual, right? We bridge this together, that the odds of you being born is 1 in 400 trillion probability, which is proven that you have a unique purpose to be here on this earth. You are all born with unique gifts and talents for a reason that only you can do. The universe is conspiring with you and knows exactly what you are capable of. You are a divine, crafted masterpiece. And your dreams and aspirations, they're not just for you. And this is the takeaway of all of this, of what we're talking about here today. You see, when you live your dream, when you live your purpose, when you live your calling, and you are heightened in light and happiness and living your truth, then you see your energy is expanding bigger and bigger and bigger of light. And that light is a ripple effect to not just your community, your home, your community, globally. It is rippling to the consciousness of everything and everyone around you out into the universe. So I urge you, seize this moment. The time is now to live your purpose, to do the things that you've always wanted to do. And when you make that definitive decision, the universe will conspire to support you on your journey. It's time to answer your calling, to step into the life you are meant to live. And so it is. Thank you.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Dr. L.